orient and as the Silicon Valley of the East. Believe it or not, Penang has the highest GDP in Malaysia, with literacy of over 99%. But the harsh reality is, not all things are all smile.
Now let's move deeper into a rural area of Penang, Kampung Kuala Muda. For your information, 80% of people here depend on their catches from the sea, and men dominate sea-related jobs and jobs in general. The women here struggle to make a living because of this situation, and this is the clear evidence about it.
Orang nelayan ada 80%. Dan itu berbeza. Bila lelaki macam lelaki pun meninggal ke apa-apa kan, dan tua ke accident ke, bini mereka tu suruh diri dah cari pendapatan. Ada yang kahwin dah tapi mereka nak cari pendapatan lebih, mereka buat sampingan kat sini lah.
You see, that's part of the state you don't often hear about. A part where women in Kuala Muda have been suffering for many years. A part where there is insufficient opportunities for women to make a living, where unemployment reaches as high as 50%.
When you visit these communities, it's easy to forget that you are still in Penang. But yet, this is the reality, where they have to go to other districts to find jobs or doing multiple jobs to afford their families. These stories have been going on for far too long. This is a single mother named Puan Nafisa who had lost her husband 2 years ago. Since then, she worked as a part-time cook 15 kilometers away from her house with monthly wages of 1,200, which was evidently insufficient to feed a family of 3. This is because she had debt left by her husband, land maintenance costs, and her children's education. All of this amounted to 900 ringgit per month, which is clearly too much for an old woman to bear with.
On the other hand, Puan Hayati is a single mother of 4 who also faced financial difficulties. Back then, she had to make ends meet by carrying multiple odd jobs. All she could do to earn money was by being a part-time barber and selling drinks by the side of the road. Overall, she could only earn 200 ringgit per month and 300 ringgit from Penang Zakat Department. Sadly, we all know it's not enough, right? She was barely able to make ends meet as she has so many liabilities such as monthly rent and her 3 children's education. This was heart-wrenching as we thought about the 4 children not having enough of everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, basically it's a problem of poverty and job insecurities for them. So how do we do it? How does the team of students find a way to create an industry or platform for women to earn a living? Our answer is Project Red Wave.
Here's the idea: empowering 2 women to develop a chili farm by incorporating business, then create employment for those who need by hiring them to become workers such as sales agents and farmers. Project Red Wave was our big idea this year, and we've spent the past 8,000 hours to make it happen.
Now, some of you may be wondering why chili. Did you know that Malaysians consume 300,000 tons of chili every single year, and that's equivalent to the weight of KLCC? Hence, we are forced to import 40% of chili from other countries due to insufficient local supply. According to the Youth and Sport Deputy Minister, chili farmers may potentially earn income around 5 to 10,000 ringgit per month if they use 0.4 hectare of land to harvest chili. I don't know about you, but that seems pretty lucrative to me. Furthermore, we noticed an attended land in Puan Nafisa premises that was filled with overgrowth which attracted snakes and insects. This is like an unused land, and why don't we turn it into something useful, right? But how? How we use entrepreneurial action to make it happen?
First, we explained to them what we want to do and how we can help them. We consulted farmers to know about the demand in Kuala Muda. We have identified our potential market in which our focus was to sell the chili to the nearby grocery stores and compete with other suppliers in the market. After the consultation, it is proven that Kuala Muda has high demand on chili. Marketing validation done.
Next, we work with Mohd to research the best method to harvest chili in order to maximize production. Who Puan Nafisa was also sent to attend module workshop on chili plantation procedures for maximum quality control. After proper research and discussion, we decided to use fertigation process. Why fertigation? Fertigation can be done in the same area repeatedly and gives yield from 2 to 3-fold compared to the conventional method. This actually maximizes the use of limited land and increases the crop production capacity. Not only that, fertigation is able to save the cost of production, which is 47 cents cheaper per kilogram than usual. Aside from that, fertigation is automated using a timer, which resulting in reduction of labor costs. Next, for our piping system, we sought local expertise to contribute and participate to this project.
With our plan finalized, we were ready to begin production and start this project. We initiated a pilot phase with 200 chili plants, where our target community had the chance to get hands-on experience on how to harvest chili. And during this phase, our target community encountered many problems, such as plant diseases and strong wind that snapped the branches of the chili tree. Luckily, after more research by our project team and further discussion with National Farmers Association, Nafas Penaga, we are very glad to say that we were able to overcome each problem.
Next, we expanded this project by increasing the chili tree to 1,200. Fortunately for us, the Institute of Public Relations Malaysia Malacca chapter had agreed to contribute to this cause by initiating a crowdfunding in which they succeeded in collecting 3,000 ringgit.
We've introduced a little bit of innovation with the advice from UiTM's very own Faculty of Mechanical Engineering by introducing a portable solar energy device to provide electricity to the system to save costs. We also established a harvest schedule whereby the crops must be watered and fertilized according to the schedule set. With the guidance from UiTM Faculty of Accountancy and UUM Human Resource Management Club, our target community were taught about the essential element in accounting and business management. Next, we took a step further by helping out our target community in keeping track of their cash flow by using digitalized platform instead of a normal bookkeeping.
And to smoothen the business, the company has also taken initiative to approach agents to increase the sales, and in return, the agents will get a piece out of it. So, how do we select this agent? Simple. We selected people who are in need and willing to be committed to the business.
As for the expansion plan, they are searching for partners to collaborate in expanding their business. They already have a small greenhouse, but now they are looking into using a full-scale greenhouse as it can help to regulate temperature and protect the crops from harm. To make it happen, we helped them to construct a proper business plan with the help from Malaysian Academy of SME and Entrepreneurship Development MASMED to apply a loan from Nafas Penaga worth 10,000 ringgit. Moving forward, the company is in its R&D phase to develop aeroponic and aquaponic to harvest different types of veggies. Now, we have come to the most exciting part of this project, the impact.
In just one short year, Redwave utilized an unused land producing over 4,000 kilograms of chili, created one business and 6 job opportunities, also generated 32,000 ringgit in revenue. This project managed to create a suitable platform for women to earn an income. We believe that we have changed their economic stance. As for Puan Nafisa, her income increased from 1,200 to more than 2,000 ringgit per month. She also able to ease her financial burden, and with this project, Puan Nafisa managed to save 100 ringgit for land maintenance costs. As for Puan Hayati, she experienced increment of income from 200 ringgit to 1,200 ringgit per month. And let's not forget about the agents that have been selling the chili on behalf of the company. Up to date, the company has 2 agents that sell the chili to the vendors and consumers. That is additional income for them.
Project Red Wave is not just a job for these women. It's a platform to not only earn a living, but to prove to the surrounding community that women are capable of making substantial changes in their lives. With regard to convention and norms in the particular area, women found themselves very hard to get a job. So, the accomplishment of these women eradicated their mindset. They also inspired other women to have faith and believe that women can get a job regardless of circumstances. We are happy to say that they have become a role model and pioneer of chili industry in the community. Now, they are well equipped with knowledge, especially with technical skills acquired for chili plantation, and it's safe to say that they know the ropes in business. Furthermore, they have improved in terms of communication skills that from having to deal with vendors and customers.
Now, they not only can afford basic amenities, but can also afford a more comfortable lifestyle for their respective family. In fact, they are able to afford healthcare, education, and an overall living. Remember that we did say the land was unused, right? In fact, it's like a barren wasteland actually. With this project, we have transformed it into a chili farm. It's a great utilization of space, I must say. And with the solar device that we use in our piping system, it's more environmental friendly, aside from being cost efficient.
These are the success story from our target community.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak kepada Enactus UiTM kerana membantu makcik untuk menjalankan projek chili. Dengan projek chili ini, makcik dapat mengubah hidup makcik daripada yang kurang selesa kepada selesa dan menyelesaikan segala masalah makcik. Terima kasih Enactus UiTM kerana membantu makcik.
Ini makcik susah nak kehidupan makcik tak stabil lah kan. Tapi syukur Alhamdulillah dengan adanya projek tahanan chili, bantuan Enactus UiTM dapat bantulah makcik sedikit. So sekarang Alhamdulillah lah ekonomi makcik kira lebih baik daripada yang sebelum ni lah kan. So makcik cakap banyak-banyak terima kasih pada Enactus UiTM sebab chili bantu.
And generating 72,000 ringgit revenue with a net profit of 38,000 ringgit.
We are proud to say that we are in line with United Nations Global Goal for Sustainable Development. We're proud to say that we managed to hit the criteria of no poverty,
Gender equality,
Also, decent work and economic growth.
Now give me a few minutes to give a glimpse about our other 3 ongoing projects. Firstly, PAVOF. It is in Johor and aimed to aid poor proficiency of English and passive learning environments. This project focuses more on implementing higher order thinking skill to students, and for now, we have impacted 59 students in Johor and revenue generated from selling this module is 3,000 ringgit.
Next, grey oyster mushroom. This problem revolves around single mothers that have no jobs. Starting with Florida, that will transform into an agripreneur. Then, she trained another 9 single mothers to be an agripreneur like her. And currently, this project aims to provide additional income for the university staff members to improve their overall livelihood through Mushroom Accelerator program. This project impacted 10 single mothers, 3 university staff members with revenue generated is 88,000 ringgit this year.
Last but not least, is Trigona Honey project. This project targets to help disabled students leave the financial burdens and gain new experience on how to do e-farming. As you know, disabled students find it very hard to get a stable job after they graduate. So this project helped them break those barriers. We have impacted 20 disabled students and the revenue generated is almost 70,000 ringgit.
Throughout the years, the fire to act on the principle of Enactus has never faded.
Enactus UiTM had conducted 9 meaningful projects this year.
We have impacted over 1,000 people's lives, creating over 100,000 ringgit in revenue for the target community and changed lives across the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Enactus UiTM, empowering people's lives since the year of 2000, committed to use entrepreneurial action to improve livelihood of those we serve.
We believe that sustainable results are only achieved through capable and empowered people.
It's not about the idea, it's about making the idea happen. It's about changing people's lives. However, we must remember that we cannot succeed without a positive change.
Change will not come if you wait for some other person or some other time.
We are the one that we've been waiting for.
We are the change that we seek.
This is who we are.
We are the wave of change.
We are Enactus UiTM, realizing vision for a better tomorrow.
Now that always may ask questions.
Okay, I have a question. For the red wave project, the revenue of 72,000 that was presented earlier was forecasted, right?
Yes.
It has yet to be realized. And the current revenue generated is 32,000, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But there's a bit of discrepancy that I see because Puan Hafizah is earning 2,000 ringgit per month. That comes to 24,000 a year. And the other makcik is earning 1,200 per month. That's 14,400 a year. That comes to 38,000. So that's way more than the revenue generated. So you can explain to us how is that possible?
Basically, the pilot project revenue is 6,500 and the net profit is 3,200. And also the revenue for the second phase, which is project implementation, is 25,000 and the net profit is 12,000. For the salary for the one HEP is fixed 1,200. But for the Puan Hafizah the net profit is for her because this is enterprise.
In addition for that, the salary for Puan Hafizah is actually included in the second phase. As for the first phase, Puan Hafizah is actually still working as a part-time cook, whereby Puan Haiti is working full-time for the chili plantation business. So in the calculated salary for Puan Hafizah is just 6 months, and for Puan Haiti, for the first phase is actually 500 ringgit, and the second phase increased to 1,200 ringgit, which is calculated based on 6 months, 6 months.
What is your plan to bring it forward to have a higher impact?
We are now in process to develop a standard module, and as we Enactus UiTM, one of the biggest Enactus in Malaysia, we will send the blueprint to all UiTM branches to replicate this project within Malaysia.
Question. Can you tell me a bit about the piping system? It seems to be sponsored, right? But if you're going to do it on a larger scale, what is the cost that is involved? I mean, the sponsors can't be sponsoring all the time.
The Wi-Fi system is included in our capital, which is 7,000. More than 2,000.
But then if you're going to expand, then obviously you won't be sponsoring every time.
Find the target community who would willingly invest or find a cooperative, create a cooperative between each company and segregate the capital.
Gabungan anak pelajar Pulau Pinang had approaches, and they are the one that tell us about these two women that have difficulty to have job in that particular area, as Kuala Muda only offered sea-related jobs.
So that's recommended to you. How are you going to open it up to other people?
As we continue for that, we would ask for our team members in different branches to do the need assessment once it has hit the criteria of the target community, which is low income community or in lower poverty.
Not just you,
not just that, but it is the same objective as students and health.
Sorry, one more question. This project actually became successful because one of the ladies has a piece of land. What if the other participants do not have any land?
Time is over. So just please join me in thanking the Enactus.
What if we run away? What if we left today? What if we said goodbye to safe and sound? What if we're hard to find? What if we lost our minds? And what if we let them fall behind and they're never found? And when the lights start flashing like a photo booth and the stars exploding, we'll be fireproof. My youth is yours, dripping on skies, sipping waterfalls. My youth is yours, run away now and forevermore. My youth is yours, true soul out.